First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second thing, second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the same, I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, the master of my sea. Oh, ooh. I was broken from a young age, taking my soul into the masses, writing my poems for the few that looked at me, took to me, shook to me, feeling me, singing my heartache from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the
Hey guys, welcome back. So it was brought to my attention that you guys probably wouldn't know what exactly was going on with like the flight mechanics and stuff, how I was able to do that. Uh, so I decided basically I would show you guys when it's not nighttime, because wow, I did not realize it was nighttime. I really should start paying attention to what time it is in my game, yeah. So this is a modded server, as you can probably guess by the couches and such. Um, I actually made this mod pack personally. There's quite a bit of mods in it. I think 52 mods in total, which I'm not going to go over all of them, but basically we have security craft, Alex's mobs, tool belt, packed up, the works. There's some mods, like we have biomes of plenty right now, but unfortunately, unfortunately, biomes of plenty is not actually functioning completely due to the fact that you have to have it set specifically to biomes of plenty world spawning, world generation, which I do not. Excuse you. Excuse you? Just how many of these are there? Okay, was that it? Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. Due to the mods that I have, there are actually two different kinds of elytra. So there's the Tarantula Hawk Elytra, which everyone will more or less have the ability to get, and then there's the Shining, there's the regular Elytra, which right now is called Shining Wings for me because I've changed the name of it due to the fact that you can edit Elytra the same way you can edit a shield now. But you can only do that with regular Elytra, not with Tarantula Hawk Elytra. So, that being said, the reason I can fly the way I do with Elytra is not actually because of the Tarantula Hawk Elytra, it is because of the enchantments I have on my boots. So two of the mods that we have add specific enchantments called dashing and leaping. The dashing enchantment essentially does this, which I didn't think that it would work in the sky, but turns out it does. The leaping enchantment gives you an extra jump. So with that, you can do this. This is how I've been flying, guys. It's literally because of enchantments on my boots. And because of these enchantments, it is super. I'm not gonna make that. I will hit that lava. Okay. It is super fun. Unfortunately, also because of these enchantments, I have actually died several times on this server, to be fair. And 90% of my deaths have all been because of the same thing, and that is running face first into things because of doing stuff like this. Yep, that's what kills me most in this server. In fact, I think I've only had 2 deaths outside of that. And those 2 deaths were more or less in a dungeon. But I do believe pretty much everyone has heard of the term threading the needle. Well, I have taken it a bit to the extreme where I am more or less obsessed with the concept of threading the needle to the point where I like to build specifically around areas where I can thread the needle a lot. I also have um, locations marked along the map that aren't near my house that I enjoy to thread the needle at. The harder they are, the more I enjoy them, and that's why in, I do believe, my last video, you probably saw me go, yay, all the time. Yeah, that's why. I love threading the needle. It is exciting, it is fun, and it is just something to do when I am roaming around talking. Other than that, we also have mods that add extra potions. That is courtesy of the dungeon mod. I don't know why it does, quite frankly, because it quite literally did not mention it in the description at all. But you know, I don't mind. Other than that, we have part of Alex's mobs is this thing, which the cave it's annoying when it's outside, for the record. The cave centipede legs is something you get from the cave centipede, which is one of the most annoying creatures, in my opinion, that have been added. But it allows you to climb up walls. It's super awesome. We love it. It's something that's, I suppose, easier to get than like the tarantula hawk elytra or elytra in general. So I would definitely, if you ever get on the server or have a server or world that's modded and you have Alex's mobs, I'd recommend these heavily. Another mod that we added was the Cloak of Invisibility mod. It is absolutely useless against mobs, but for PvP, you can hide yourself. It is super great. It gives you temporary but permanent invisibility. It's not showing it for some reason, but it's there, I promise you. As you can see by the fact that I'm literally invisible. Like, the only time you'll see someone is through the particles on the ground if they're sprinting. Other than that, you will never see someone. It's super cool, and it is also why I added the security craft mod to make it to where you can have radars and cameras and the likes, and also reinforced houses that require access cards to get into, like mine. Last thing we're going to go over. I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. Last thing we're going to go over is the first aid mod. So you notice this over here. Well, it's not the last thing we're going to go over. We're also going to go over the map. But the first aid mod essentially gives you this HUD, which instead of having a regular health bar, you have this health bar. Each different part of your body has health, and if it's super complex, but more or less for your arms, legs, and feet, if you lose all hearts on those, you get a debuff. Those debuffs range from, well, there's 2 debuffs you can get. You can get mining fatigue, weakness, and well, 3. Okay, 3, yeah. Mining fatigue, weakness, and slowness. Which of course, mining fatigue and weakness come from having your arms broken, and slowness come from having your legs and feet broken. Now, that being said, you also get a debuff from your head or body being quote-unquote broken or close to death. So for your head and body, it is a different mechanic versus your arms and legs. For your arms and legs, you have to lose all hearts. For your head and body, low health is what causes those debuffs. Those debuffs are blindness and nausea. So nausea, everyone's seen it. It essentially makes your screen go all wobbly, makes it hard to focus on anything. Blindness literally makes it to where like you can only see a couple blocks ahead of you. Um, if your head or body loses all hearts, however, you die. And that is why I have died so many times to running face first into walls doing threads. Uh, because I lost all hearts on my head, which is why I now have this helmet. Specifically so that I don't immediately die, which is why it has protection on it, protection 30 in particular, just so that, you know, I don't immediately die from running face first into a wall at Mach speed. Uh, um, Other than that, you have the map and minimap. These are really awesome mods. Which allow us to map out everything without actually having to have a physical map. I have done very awkward mapping. As you can see, it's literally just everywhere I've been has been mapped out, and I do not consistently, like, when I don't have a physical map to hold, I do not consistently, by any means whatsoever, actually keep up with how awkward my mapping looks. So, yeah, there's that. But the mini map is particularly a very cool thing that makes it to where even when you're in caves, your mini map will show you the area around you. It is super useful. I would highly recommend using these mods. What are these mods called, you might ask? So it's Ziero's world map and mini map. They are separate mods, I promise you, they are separate. However, they are very fun, very useful, and they work well together. Um, Actually, when you have both, the settings will also have the minimap settings, whereas if you don't have both, you only get the world map settings. It's super cool, it's super connected, and I love it. Other than that, yeah, I think that's just about it of everything I wanted to mention. I will probably mention more mods more of the mods and settings as we go, but for now, that's gonna be it. So, yeah, bye!